Well, hello and welcome to the Glenn Beck program. The Republican senator from Massachusetts. Whoa, there's a phrase I never thought I'd utter. The White House probably thinks the voters acted stupidly in Cambridge, but I just have to say, for the first time in my adult life, I'm proud of Massachusetts. Actually, President Obama did say you can't win them all, which is true. But you know, as a Democrat, can win the election usually in Massachusetts. Not Texas, but I mean, New England. I promise you this is not being shrugged off. As I said yesterday, a Brown win would set off a civil war for the soul of the Democratic Party. And it's starting with a typical political blame game. But I believe it could very shortly get very ugly. So ugly, not only do I think the Republic is in danger, I think that we need to pay real attention. I believe this president could be in real danger as well. Something I have said for a while. Will please someone pay attention? Who's posing the threat? Oh, it's not the people the other networks will tell you. I'll show you next. Hello, America. May I ask you an honest question? Am I beginning to look just a little like James Trafficant? Seriously. Maybe it's just me. Scott Brown pulled out a victory last night, 52-47. Pretty close to the numbers we showed you yesterday. Republicans everywhere are giddy. There's already talk now about Brown running for president. May I just say, cool it. Can we actually have people accomplish something first before they become president? I'm just saying. Do you remember this guy? I mean, he was posing nude, and he thought that was a good idea. Sure, it was 1982, but I can't really recall an era where male nudity was considered a good thing. But Scott Brown can, 1982. And did you see the acceptance speech last night? It was great. I mean, it was really good. Until he started talking about, I guess, some sort of dowry for his daughters.
So I want to thank Ayla and Ariana for their help as well. And just in case anybody who's watching throughout the country, yes, they're both available. No.
All right.
Only kidding.
He goes on to say, only kidding. She's not, but she definitely is. I mean, I have to tell you, my wife would have some of my body parts in a drawer in my house if I would have done that on national television, and I think I would have deserved it. Dads of America, do you do that, really, on national TV? No. But then again, you wouldn't drop trowel for Cosmo either, so what do I know? I hate to be the official conservative buzzkill today, and I'm really not going to be. I just had to get that one out of my system. I think we should watch this guy. I am actually happy because there is good news, and here it is. Scott Brown did not win because he drives a pickup truck around the town like the regular folk do. Coakley didn't lose because of her elitist gaffes, although those did help. But the real reason he won is because people are waking up in America. They know that our entire system is under attack. Our system, as they have designed it, is unsustainable. Even Saturday Night Live is doing jokes. Actually, they never make the air, but here are some jokes from Saturday Night Live in rehearsal mocking the affordability of government health care.
But our health care reform plan, we're confident, is going to lead to enormous savings.
How exactly is extending health care coverage to 30 million people going to save you money?
I don't know.
That was an hysterical bit. I don't know if you saw it on video, but this has really reminded me of a quote from Thomas Jefferson, the election last night. Here it is. Let me just pick it up here. This is proof that wherever the people are well informed, they can be trusted with their own government. That wherever things get so far wrong as to attract their notice, have you noticed things in Washington are wrong? They may be relied to set them to rights. These guys were genius. You noticed. You informed yourself. And now we have real hope, because the tide is turning. But remember what I told you yesterday. This is not about ordinary Democrats and Republicans. This is about progressives. This election is like the shot that's going to be heard around the world. Losing Ted Kennedy's seats to a Republican, going to trigger a revolution or a civil war. In the Democratic Party, it's progressives versus Democrats. It's blue versus gray. And this is a war that I think could become dangerous. Hopefully not. But I have to ask you this. I mean, doesn't it feel like now is a time that the Obama regime is in collapse? Then the most dangerous time in any regime, especially a revolutionary regime, is when it is on the verge of collapse. A regime with revolutionaries in it, it is trouble. The Democratic Party is collapsing. It's either going to have to renew itself or it's going to collapse, and it is chock full of revolutionaries. Let me show you why the president is in danger. There are two kinds of radicals. There we go. Two kinds of radicals here. We've done the tree of revolution before. We've had this now for several months. There's a Cloward and Piven type, the one that says there's peaceful takeover through financial collapse and the reset of the system. Cloward and Piven. And that went this way, Acorn. The other kind has violent radicals, the Bill Ayers kind of radicals that bombed the Pentagon. When he was in the newspaper, the New York Times, it was on September 11th, he said this, quote, "I don't regret setting bombs. I feel we didn't do enough." Paul Watson, I talked about him a couple of days ago. He said this, quote, he's that whale activist. "There's nothing wrong with being a terrorist as long as you win. Then you write the history." Got it? Andy Stern, SEIU president, leading White House visitor. Workers of the world unite. It's not just a slogan anymore. Give me some of these pictures. Let me ask you this question. Are you like any of these people? Are you like William Ayers? We don't regret setting off any bombs. Are these people like you? Are they like our founders? We're normally in the center. We're actually a country that is center-right. Okay? We don't like the extreme right. We don't like the extreme left. We're about here. Okay? Where would I put a guy who bombed the Pentagon? Here? Who doesn't regret and says he didn't do enough? How about Andy Stern? Workers of the world unite. Is he here? He's on the extreme left. Ron Bloom. This is a guy who said, we kind of agree with Chairman Mao that political power largely comes from the barrel of a gun. Do you believe that? I don't largely believe it. I don't kind of believe it. I don't believe it. I think he's over here. Anita Dunn, one of her favorite political philosophers is Mao. How about the guy who, now these are just people, these people are in and around the White House. This guy isn't, but this is where Obama launched his campaign, at this man's house. For 20 years, he sat in this man's church. This man says the government gives people drugs and then wants us to sing God Bless America. No, no, no. You know the rest of that. He says it's in the Bible. That's what happens to countries for killing innocent people. So he's surrounded by radicals. Surrounded by radicals. Here's why the Republic is in danger. And the president is in danger first, then the Republic. Here's this tree of revolution we talked to you about. Cloward and Piven. These were the Marxist students. These were people like this guy. SDS, okay? Right here is when they think, yeah, Che, that's the way to go. They want a real revolution. Guns, blood in the street. SDS. Cloward and Piven come along, and they say, no, 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 wait a minute. We can just infiltrate and collapse the system. We can overwhelm it. Those people say, yes, Wade Rathke, Dale Rathke, SEIU, Acorn, they move over in this direction. They say, yes, we'll do it peacefully.